What is up, guys? It is Joe. We're back. We're talking ball about the cats or something along those lines today. We're going to talk a little bit about a little bit of everything, to tell you the truth. And I'm going to address why I've been gone this last week, what I've been up to, why I haven't made a video. But I wanted to kind of just talk to you guys real quick, get a quick video out, and touch on a couple different topics that have been piquing my interest lately. And I want to start off before I do, quick reminder, hit the subscribe button. We're closing in on 3,000 subs. In the final 50. We're in the final stretch here. It's getting closer every day. And at 3,000 subs, I'm getting a K-State cat script tattoo on the left thigh. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. It does help out immensely. Now, quick announcement on that front. You may have noticed the last week I've been gone. If you didn't, that's all good. Don't worry about it. But the last week I haven't been making videos just because, for two reasons, to be honest. One, the Cats lost back-to-back games, and that kind of broke my heart. Didn't have anything to say. Yeah, it's tough to talk about a loss, folks. I know that there's a give and take to all of it where you want to talk about the wins and the losses. I just don't know if I want to sit here and make a 12-minute video talking about what went wrong, what needs to change all the time. It's just like, you can make those videos periodically, but that cannot be a sustainable business model for you. But it's also been because I have a new idea that I want to pitch you guys on. Now, over the past couple of weeks, and really just the last, since this YouTube channel has continued to grow, I've had a lot of questions and comments, people asking about, okay, how'd you get from point A to point B here with the YouTube channel? How'd you get to a point where you had, starting off fresh channel, now you're at 3,000 subscribers. Now you have this and this and that. I've had a lot of those conversations of people that are in the same boat or on that journey of growing their channel or trying to reach out and build a bigger following, whether it be, Instagram, Twitter, social media, whatever the case is. And I want to preface and say I'm not a social media guy. I'm not a social media guru. I didn't do any of this just because I have the certain exact blueprint of how to do this stuff. But as far as the YouTube channel goes, I do have some experience in the past. I did have a gaming YouTube channel a couple years ago, and I grew it to about 2,500 subscribers, and I kind of got through the initial wave of like how to make thumbnails, how to title videos, how to do this, how to do that. And I learned a lot of the annoying stuff that sucks to learn, but you have to learn it to get better to the point where you're at now. As far as this YouTube channel goes, I want to say the biggest reason I've grown is because of you guys. You guys have the, passion and support for Kansas State athletics, and I just happen to be in that same boat where I care about the same thing we all do. It's kind of an easier pitch to say if we're all on the same team, it's easier to grow something, but the reality of the situation is it does require a ton of work to grow a YouTube channel from start to finish. And so I had a conversation this week because I've been kind of thinking about this idea, kicking the ball down the road a little bit about how I feel like a lot of what I learned in terms of YouTube has all been self-taught. I know there's some foundations, like there's audio foundation stuff, video stuff, editing and this and that. There's things that I did learn from college, but realistically, even during my time at the A.Q. Miller School of Journalism, I don't know that I had the necessary resources for this specific medium. Not to say that they didn't prepare me to be a journalist or whatever the case is. I'm covering the Big 12 for Heartland College Sports, so I've done the things that the A.Q. Miller School of Journalism prepared me for, so I'm definitely satisfying those requirements. But as far as YouTube goes, this platform is the second biggest search engine in the world behind Google. It is one of the biggest, most profitable industries once you get to a point where it's sustainable. And obviously, there's a lot of gray area between starting a channel and getting to a sustainable business model, but I wanted to kind of talk about the idea that Kansas State should be offering a course specific to YouTube growth. Not just like growth, but the whole process of how do you go from not having a YouTube channel to having something that you can look as either it's a side income project, maybe it's a passion project, maybe it's your full business model of what you want to do with your life. There should be a specific course diving into how to YouTube, essentially. A YouTube 101. If obviously it'd be probably a higher level course than an entry level course, but it's something I talked about with a couple of friends of mine and some previous educators and different people associated with the School of Journalism, and now it's a combined a little bit more multimedia situation, but it feels like something that needs to happen in the future. And I pitched this out there for a couple of different guys at the School of Journalism to kind of run with and say, hey, look what could happen here. This could be something. And I kind of want to see this thing get off the ground. I'm going to be honest about it. Would it be a situation where it's immediately a massive hit? I don't know. But I know that when I was at K-State, if something piqued my interest, and I took a podcasting class with Ian Punnett. Rest in peace, Ian. Passed away about a year ago now. Really great dude, awesome teacher, really appreciated his lessons, but he taught things unconventionally. He went with things like podcasting, where obviously that's a medium that's been, taken and run with at this point for the past decade and a half. Like that topic as a whole is an incredibly saturated market. YouTube's saturated, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of different courses that dive specifically to, okay, social media foundations, this here, this here. YouTube needs to have its own specific branch because it is not just a method for something else. It is truly like this can be your entire path in journalism to something bigger. It could be the entire end goal for what you want to do, but it's the same reason you see people like Stephen A. Smith or guys, like First Take or different people like that, that once they get to a certain status level, once they get big enough, they leave all the giant shows behind. Obviously, Stephen A is kind of at he's the pinnacle of sports right now. But if you leave all that stuff behind, all these dudes want their own specific show on YouTube. So Shannon Sharp has Club Shay Shay. Stephen A is the same thing with his show. Like, everybody wants to branch out into something that they officially own rather than working for a big company or corporation that pays them a fraction of what they're earning. I say all that to say this. I don't know how long that'll take to get off the ground. If it gets approved, and there's 1,000 different ways it has to get passed through, with different people and higher ups and the Board of Education, all this stuff. There's a lot of, stuff that has to happen for this actually to come to fruition. I pitched myself as someone that would teach the class, to be perfectly honest with you, because I feel like my background, my understanding of the industry, where I'm at now, and also the firsthand experience of being a student and understanding what a student could get out of this course, I feel like I could do a really good job of selling that. That being said, I wanted to do something here because obviously the end goal would to be have that class started at Kansas State, help the next generation of journalists get to a point where they can either have a YouTube channel for their own profit, business, design, for what they want to talk about, or even to use it kind of as just like a backlog reel for what your actual big job in the future is. So as a celebration, in addition to getting a tattoo at 3,000 subs, I'm going to be announcing a course, which is something I've never really done before and I've kind of rolled my eyes at, because I think a lot of the social media people or YouTube people are like, hey, use my course and you'll immediately be famous. Like, that stuff's all stupid. That being said, I kind of wanted to try my hand at it because I feel like there's a really good specific breakdown of how to grow any type of platform you're into, but specifically YouTube for this. I feel like I've got a good thing going here. So like I said, part of the reason I've been gone is I've been working on these videos trying to teach this class. One that I basically backlogged all these different videos of different topics, different breakout sessions, different this, different that. And I want to release a full course here in the next couple of days. It will be you have to pay a little bit for it, but it is something that you're going to get value out of immediately. And it won't be the dumb social media guy being like, hey guys, use this and you'll learn everything. And then the advice is just like, have famous friends. Like, it's not going to be something stupid like that. It's going to be actual tangible information you can use. And I wanted to kind of get that forward because I know that there's a lot of us out there that could profit off this information or could benefit from this information. And it's not something to say that, like, if you're not at Kansas State, you should be held without access to this content if you want it. So I will have another video here in the next couple days or so. I'm also not turning my back on the cats, man. I'm talking about the cats all the time. But this week was just a tough week to talk about the cats. We'll find a way here soon. But I did want to kind of talk about this because it's something I'm excited about. And whether it's you starting a YouTube channel, whether you don't care about YouTube at all, and you just like hearing my voice talk, whatever the case is, if you're enjoying this type of content, it's coming soon. It won't just be 1,000 different videos on YouTube. It will be a specific course you take. It doesn't have to be crazy. It'll probably be like $20 or something like that. But if you're interested, just wanted to put that out there as we continue to go forward and explain why I've been gone these last 8 days or so. But guys, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll talk to you guys all here soon. More information to come down the pipeline. Be sure and pay attention on social media as well as the YouTube channel going forward. But I'll talk to you all soon. I appreciate all the love and support on the channel. Have a great day, and go Cats.